Hanamura. So we see Eternal on the attack. They're still scouting for a little bit, so we'll see what comp they pick. Fusion here goes with their classic, right? They just won, what's it called, Blizzard World on this comp. So obviously they're very confident coming in here. Eternal goes for the Sombra this time, and I love this. I think Soldier has a very hard time getting out of this choke. I think Sombra can get through the choke, and if she does, she can set up really good hacks, right? And also Sombra can farm EMP eventually and win the fight that way, right? Is it possible to be bad at Brig? Yes, you can be very bad at Brig. You can miss all your stuns, you can misuse your armor packs, right? You can not get your inspired passive up, you can be out of position. Thanks for the follow, Endo. Like, you can be bad at any character in the game. Okay, so No Smite walks in, he gets discorded, instantly gets tagged. Sato gets to sit around this corner. I think if you are Eternal here, first thing you want to do is push out Sato. Like, he is a menace. He's sitting on this corner zapping all your people. Also, Eternal's back to playing Hanzo. And just as I talked about Sombra, right? How good Sombra was going to be here. He doesn't play Sombra. I think Hanzo is an okay pick, right? He's obviously more in his ballpark. Hanzo can play on all these high grounds. The problem here is, if the Hanzo gets contested by like the D.Va constantly, or the Winston, right, and he doesn't get picks, then the Hanzo doesn't get as much value as maybe a Sombra would. Let's see. Climbs up, fails his climb, climbs and back up again. He's now on high ground. Gets shots at alarm. The Storm Arrow actually like isn't good to use here, I think. I think you want to use the Storm Arrow mostly for the shield break. But like when you have to look for a one shot like here, you have to hit 2 headshot Storm Arrows, which is pretty hard. Up after he gets booped. Shots, and then Poco boops him back too, right? And when he's on low ground, he's not going to do too much. But really, I think Eternal needs to dislodge Sato here. He's sitting on the corner. He's zapping the whole team if they walk in. What you want to do is like 3, 2, 1, all walk in together. Push out Sato. Maybe you have your D.Va even fly through this window, right? And go for Sato from the back. All really interesting options. But Sato can't be allowed to just sit here. Poco's looking around for the Hanzo now. They actually walk in and they start dealing with Sato. So this is good from the Eternal. Sato's gonna get forced back here. Uses bubble really well. And Poco has great matrix usage here. He was like all the important damage. So Sato's still in position now. They used the soldier healer to heal up Sato a little bit too. I think, right?
Time to raise my APM.
And then Toon decides to go point. Carpe's gonna contest him. Dogman mentioned that their comp was actually a meta. Do you agree with it? Or Soldier Winston is better? See, I think what the Rain played is really interesting, right? And it's probably what they got matched up against in scrims. But I feel like if the dive comp is played perfectly, and I think against the Dogman Atlanta Rain comp, you actually played the Soldier Tracer, right? You kill the shield, you get a Discord orb, and then you go really hard on that Discord orb. But I do think the anti-dive from the Rain comp was interesting. Right? They had the Brig Anna, which is a lot better than when teams play like Zen Bop, right? A lot harder to get dived. But again, I still feel that comp is very dislodgeable because Orisa's shield just is so low HP. Winston's shield is higher HP than Orisa's shield. So I feel like you can focus the Orisa very hard, force her fortify, and then jump her, you know? Like, it's not like you always need to dive backline. So I just think that I haven't seen enough owl scrims, obviously, to accurately judge on this. I would have liked to see the Rain play against a team like NYXL on that patch to see if that's actually the truth. But I just don't think I have enough info to like say which comp is like 100% better. I do think that dive is very strong on this patch though. Yeah, they play Boston, so it's hard to judge. I do think that the NYXL Washington match was the highest level of play this week. Play overall was very low though, like the actual like dive play, because teams didn't have a lot of time to practice on it. But let's get back to this match. I've been ranting. Ranting. Key here is to push out Sato. As I said, Carpe goes to contest soon, which is great. You always want to have your Tracer contest the enemy Tracer. Carpe doesn't actually need to push him. Soon is the one that needs to back out. Soon goes for the flank, and that triggers the rest of Eternal to also go in. I think Fuse has given up a lot of space here.
Cheers, love.
Oh, you're good. And Hanbin gets to go in too. This is a really good conga line here, right? For the Eternal. Nice boop here from Astro onto No Smite. But they kind of got choked out here. Like they're going back a little bit too far. I think this comp can actually take a lot of damage and play a little more aggressive. They don't have the healing field though, so that might be the reason. Megadef said, "Hi, what's the general analysis been up until now? How are the teams playing?" So the first two maps, Eternal got away with a lot of stuff. Soon was kind of dominating the Fusion backline. Got away with a ton, hit a lot of pulse bombs, especially on Junkertown, Hip, and Soon got a ton of picks. Same for Exy. So map 2, Fusion just constantly got picked on defense. Map 1, I think Eternal had a little bit better understanding of the meta. They took a lot more space with their tanks. Soon again got a lot of pulse bomb kills. And I feel like the big thing has been that when Exy has been on Soldier, he's been outperforming Ivy very hard. Because Ivy is actually a flex DPS player. So he might not have the same understanding of Soldier as a hit scan player, right? Because obviously Exy is their Mccree / Widow player. Soldier is very similar to those characters, right? But now, Fusion's been doing pretty well, right? They full held last map. They're looking to do the same here. FD God has been incredible on farming his what? He got his BAP ult in 1 minute. The Fusion have 2 hit scan players. He's just not of age yet. Well, how does FD God farm so much? What? He's AoE healing right now. More AoE healing.
Come on.
Or AoE healing. Because he has his Inspire passive up.
That should be better.
Good armor pack. Oops, back Sato. Yes, more AoE healing. He constantly has his Inspire passive up, which is a big thing. And then his tanks are taking a bunch of damage. But like Brave does a lot of AoE healing, as you guys can see. Because of the Inspire passive. More AoE healing. More Inspire passive because he keeps hitting the whip shots. Gives Exy the armor while he's climbing up. Good. He constantly has his Inspire passive up. And he's constantly healing 6 people. So in 1 minute, he builds his, like 30 seconds, he built his Brig ult, which is like one of the best ults, right? Surprising that he rotates the point. I would go in if I had Brig ult, but maybe they just want to go point, pop Brig ult there. Or they just win the fight without Brig ult. That works too. I think this is where Fusion played a little too passive. They used the healing field, and then they went into this choke. But you don't have too much vision out of this choke, right? Ivy doesn't get to shoot a lot of people. So I'd rather see them play here, right? Where you still have the inside here if you need to back up. And you have like a lot more vision. Because now Eggsy can just like shoot, go back behind the wall. The tanks can just hold this, right? So it seems like Alarm, Ivy, and Astro kind of put themselves in a corner here. And they just gave away all the space. Like Astro finally tries to push, but oh, they do try to push. Okay, good. Astro gets picked, right? But Hanmin, he was low. Then they're back in their little corner with the healing pack, but there's people on point right now. I like this is so awkward. Can't really push anybody. Exit, play them. And this is really bad for the fusion, right? Because they have the rally now. FT got farmed that rally so quickly.
Objective
The
lost.
AoE healing.
New defense point. Objective B.
Just getting that Inspire passive up constantly is so important. I think this is why sometimes playing really aggro with your Zen too is really good, because then you get to like heal your Zen and your tanks at the same time with the Inspire passive. It's a big deal. Okay, so let's see what happens now. See, Philly are very far back because they have the soldier. They didn't actually hold the high ground. And I don't know if I like this, because this will give Eternal all the space in the world. Thought I was going for flank. Shadow. Arpe goes for flank.
Taking off.
Shadow goes in. Okay, good. But they don't give up all the space. But the problem here is that if you dive this high, then they get all the Inspired passive on everybody, right? They get to all shoot you. But you don't get like good Zen LOS or soldier damage or the Brig passive. So this is like good for the Eternal, right? If they don't instantly die here, they get to heal up a lot. They use the rally. Great, right? Because getting everybody in it. Soon and Carpe are fighting right now. Bomb comes out, it misses. That's good. Please don't walk into it again. Oh, Soon and Carpe are fighting. Anna does good here. Guess Carpe missed the bomb. So. Whoa. Oh my god. Boom kills Carpe. So this is like insanely good for Eternal, right? They just used the rally. Maybe going a little deep here. Tanks get low, but tanks have ults. And then Hip is pretty low, but Hip can just play safe. What is even happening, bro? At this point, a lot of ults come out for the future. No.
I've got you in my sights.
No Smite has to ult. Haman's gonna die mid ult, right? Because they're like on him. Yeah, that's really bad. Alarm does die, but at this point Haman's dead, which is really bad. Like trades are really bad for the attacking side because the spawns are so far.
Pass into the iris.
Shadow goes Primal Rage is down. Get past the Trank. No Sweat's like, let me in! Let me in! Let me in! He does get in. Let's get into the Trank. Then Eggsy gets dived. He has to drop. Is Eggsy gonna get the Trank? No, the bubble comes out. Okay. Now fight's over, right? Like a lot of ults were traded, but at the end of the day, Eternal getting so split is not what you want. You want to all be together with this comp. Pushing teams with your rally. So let's see where it went wrong, right? How did they get so freaking split, man? Of course, Soon being split is fine. Drinking it all over the map. Just don't like the Hanzo, dude. I don't like the Hanzo. Seems so random. Get a pick or you don't. Maybe Hanzo on defense. But I get dive. No smite's already kinda in. That's fine. He's not taking damage. Top the rally. And then
Wait for it.
instead of Hanbin and FD got dropping here, the whole team should have dropped or nobody should have dropped, I feel. Now it's just really awkward. Now XZ and Hip aren't getting the armor anymore from the rally, which is a big deal, right? Rally has 6 seconds left. Obviously you want them to have full armor. Carb or Soon is not getting the rally armor, which ideally you'd want it. It's not the end of the world though. And No Smite's also not getting the armor. So only Hanmin's getting the armor right now. Bad. And then I feel like these two should really like drop and go help the people here. Like you really want to be grouped together, especially when you're rallying. Carpe even dies, so it's like perfect, right? And then you push up together. I feel like Eggsy and Hip staying up here, not getting rally, is like really bad.
I've got you in my sights.
And then Hanmin dies on his own because nobody wants to help him. FD got just kind of left him too. But that's where it all went wrong for the Eternal. If you're playing that rally, especially on attack, I feel like you need to get value out of it. You need to get that full armor on everybody. Because it's such a strong ult, right? Especially on attack, because that extra armor will make sure nobody gets picked. And it stays on you for 30 seconds too. So you can like transition from killing tanks here to all going point with armor. It'd be really good for them. They used 5 ults or like 6 ults even. They swapped the Soldier. Soldier's obviously better on the second point. Because Soldier can set up shop on high ground or here. He does more consistent damage than the Hanzo. Hanzo's like for picks more and controlling high ground. So Philly, they have ult advantage, right? And you always want to be aggro when you have the ult advantage. You don't want Eternal to like farm their ults really quickly. You want them to take a few fights to do so. I'd like to see a lot of aggressive play from them here. They go aggro Diva Bomb. Sato jumps, but he gets stopped. A bubble comes out. Where's the Diva Bomb now?
Damn it!
Where's the Diva Bomb go? Wait a minute. Okay, throws it against the corner, so it slides. It probably slides through. I see. That's an interesting Diva Bomb there from Poco. Eggsy tries to dodge it, but Eggsy got baited. Eggsy got baited by the Diva Bomb. It was all a bait. A Poco bait. That fight's over, right? They only used 1 ult, so really good again. And now they have 5 other ults, right? Okay. Again, ult advantage. They want to play aggro, especially because they almost had the Winston ult. Sato drops, Poco drops. Sato jumps in. Because Astro is rallying. So they all want to go in with the rally here. Oh, XZ dies. No Smite not here yet? Oh! What is going on over here? No Smite and... What? No Smite and soon try to go on the biggest flank the world has ever known. So No Smite must get scouted here, and that's why Fusion say, hey, let's just go. What are these guys doing? They're trolling. And they were indeed trolling. So they just go with rally. They see that. Are making this point. And there's no way these guys can help these guys, so fight's basically over. Rally's kind of nasty with it. Oh, they use rally after Eggsy's dead. I think that's a massive error. No Smite dies too. So instead of just taking the L here, they decide to commit rally and then no Smite dies too. Right? Like you really wanna. Sorry, my nose is very itchy. You really wanna like save that rally there so you have it for next push. Because as I was talking about, rally's so good on the offense, especially. Okay, this time they come in again from the flanks. This time Sato's looking for like a massive flank. Monkeys, dude. Dive comes down. Got a lot of space. Poco gets a nice boop from behind. But no Smite gets stuck, but he has ult. Carpe uses bomb. Hit. Oh, he does get hit. So that's like game changing, right? Like from creating that much space and using your Winston ult, Hip getting picked here by Carpe is like really big. Like that fight was looking clean pretty good so far.
Bombs away.
Nice. Nailed him. Yes, you did. And then with Hip dead, right? There's not enough damage on the Eternal even if they get this high ground. So they should just reset. Again, they use an ult in a lost fight. I can't blame No Smite for that though. When he used it, you know, Hip was still stuck. But just winning that fight with Pulse Bomb is exactly what you want. Perfect play. I think if the enemy team has Pulse Bomb, maybe you play a little more defensive as Hanbin. Obviously you have to help No Smite, but just like as a theory. As D.Va, you can play a little more defensive when the enemy team has Pulse Bomb, so you can eat it when it comes in. Like that. Exactly like that. Nice eat. I love it when my ideas are telegraphed. Oh, we see you soon. Oh, nice. That was great. Good job, Poco. Okay. All of Eternal now walk out left side. They don't have the Winston ult now, so it's like harder to dive this, right? Because if the Winston dies while diving, that's just good. I'm gonna play the poke war. The big thing is here that Sato's bubble isn't forced yet, and Winston bubble's so good. Now he puts it on top of the enemy team. So Hip has to trank, right?
I've got you in my sights.
Oh, he boops. FD got to the low ground, which is a really big deal because obviously his whole team can't get the Inspire passive now. Well, FD guys is there like, what do I do now? Oh no! He tries to jump up, doesn't make it. That's funny. Tries to do the tech. Let's watch some FD God tech here. I think it is possible. He's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm rolling for it. Oh, he almost makes it. Sato even dies.
I've got you in my sights.
Thoughts on OD hero pool being the same as I think it's pretty stupid. I hope they change it. Wait, OD hero pool is now the same as Owl? Oh, nice. I hate that. I feel like in ranked, in OD, in, you know, contenders and Owl, they should all have the same hero pools consistently. It just seems pretty stupid to me to have different hero pools. So I'm glad they changed it. I don't know when OD starts, so I hope it's not too late. But it makes a lot of sense.
Pass into the iris.
Because then you can like,
You.
oh, they started last week. Oh. Well, still, I think being able to like see what people on Al do, and like trying to copy that as best as you can on your open division team, right, will like up the level of your play. Obviously, you can go in the replay here, see what the Al teams are doing, kind of copy that, mirror that. But when you are playing a different comp, right, you can't really do that. It makes sense from a viewer's perspective. It makes sense from last time I checked. They have different examples. I mean, Helmer Drake said it was just announced, so I'm gonna trust him. But if you guys can't find that at all, then don't trust me at all, right? Just my opinion is that they should have the same hero bans across every single level, like even ranked. Because if an OWL player wants to go practice a character, like next week, May will be meta again, right? But if you can't play May in ranked, then you can only practice her in scrims, which is obviously not what you want, right?
60 seconds.
You want to be able to practice as much as you can. So it also makes no sense to me that OWL bans are different from rank bans. And OD being fixed on that is good.
Taking off.
Okay, so let's see what's going on. So Philly's still having a great hold so far. They keep getting a few ults for a few ults each fight, which is really good for the defense. And their ult economy's just been great. 2 rallies that FD God has used haven't gotten too big value here on the attack. And I really feel like rally is like what breaks defenses like this, right? If you can like 6-man rally to the high ground and bash a Winston and kill him, that's like really big. Okay, so Astro rallies. And with this much time left, it makes a lot of sense to rally that early, right? Because you'll give everybody the 100 armor, and they'll have to like walk in before that armor's gone. That's good, I think. Even though the speed boost only lasts 10 seconds, the armor lasts for forever, right?
30 seconds.
Obviously, the aim here is to just have the armor in the fight.
Read my APM.
FD got also built his rally finally. So he'll be able to use it too, right? Use it instantly. Poco bomb, Poco bomb. Oh.
Event matrix
Oh.
activated.
Doesn't get anything, but does make space. It makes no smite and Hanming go pretty deep. Makes the backline kind of split up, right? So good bomb. Oh, soon dies the Carpe. Oh my, that's really big. Let's see what happened here. Let's see how this came to be. Is it a 1v1?
Time to
Or
read
is
my
it just
APM.
team? Okay, so Soon's going with the team initially. Goes really deep. Gets stunned. He gets his recall forced. And then waiting on the other end of his recall is Carpe. Oh, no, Carpe wasn't even waiting there. Carpe just like pops out behind him. He drops, he gets discorded. And then discord and no recall. It soon kill him. So I think maybe Soon used his blinks a little too aggro there. If he waited a little bit longer, maybe even better. But I think all series Soon was very, very aggressive. And now Philly is finally shutting that down. So Eternal grabbing the high ground here is great, but now they don't have Soon, right? In a 5v6 situation.
10 seconds remaining.
Also, if you look at the health bars, the tank health bars on the Eternal are really low here, while Fusion are still really high. But you do see that, you know, Eternal almost has both their tank ults. Very big deal. You get a second life from those. But then Hip gets assassinated. Why are Hip and Eggsy not playing together?
Time to read my APM.
What the hell? So Hip gets discorded.
10 seconds remaining.
And then why does Hip go here? He knows Carpe's coming high ground. But again, through Eggsy healing field, he has basically. And if D got AoE healing and armor packs, which is 0 right now, but the general notion and the stun on Carpe, I feel like it's really bad here to split up from the rest of your support line, especially when you're discorded. He splits up and obviously dies. But if he was in the Brig AoE healing there and the soldier AoE healing, that would have been a lot better.
Nerve this.
And then, I mean, your Tracer and your Zen are dead. Zen is probably the biggest one because
Overtime.
you decide so much of your target focus with the Discord, right?
Now show them.
Basically, game over here. Oh, soon comes back in, he kills Carpe. But, I mean, not looking too bad here for Sato finally kills Eggsy. There's a bit of a disconnect from the backline from Eternal there.
Defense matrix activated.
And then when you lose that Zen, you don't have the finishing power for the point, which is such a big deal. That's a nice full hold.
I've got you in my sights.
Full hold on seconds. Hold on seconds.
Pass into the
I think how the Philly use their ults is like exactly what you should do, right? Like use them aggro, especially when you have your tank ults. Take that fight up top here. Don't give too much space. The first fight was looking very dicey, but Eternal kind of misplayed that. And after that, Fusion kind of thrived because Eternal used 6 ults that first fight. So it took them very long to like recharge their ults, right? Stay hydrated.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Okay. See what the Philly attack would. So as I've said before, I feel like especially on a point like this, Sombra's just incredibly good. Why? One, she snowballs really well to second if you just win the fight. And two, if she can get in, then you can like set up and hack the Winston, for example, hack the Diva. And that just frees up the walk-in for you. And it's very hard to walk in on a point like this.
Time to raise my APM.
So Tracer goes point, which they'll just send Soon to deal with that. So all shooting Soon though.
Cheers, love. The
Thanks for the
cavalry's
follow,
here.
Gabbo. Appreciate it a lot, buddy. Yeah, Soon deals with him. So good. Then they all walk in. They put the so this is the idea of the soldier, I guess. You all walk in. You get the AoE Brig healing and you get the soldier healing, and then you push out tanks. But without the Tracer, kind of rough, right? Because like all Hanbin has to do is just matrix the choke. He can block all damage, and there's also the bubble here. I think if Tracer goes to point, then FD can like play on the stack a little more in the front. Carpe goes back, sets up, right? He backs out from that 1v1, which is good in my opinion.
Routing power.
He wasn't gonna win
forward
that.
shield.
There was Orb on Soon.
Booster on.
Goes point again. You pressure. Soon also just goes point. So the Tracers are just mirroring each other. Oh, but Soon dies. Oh no, oh no, we had a Soon die. So he blinks point after Carpe. Kinda gets baited here. Okay, so they start shooting Soon. And then he just takes the headshot from Alarm. So I feel like because it was still so long on this timer, Soon can like wait a little bit, not spend all his blinks, because he only had 1 left there, right? So if he uses that, he has 0. You always want to kind of save a blink, and maybe only use 1 blink there, right? And then the second one can be used to like go into LOS like here, because he doesn't actually need to kill Carpe. He just needs to contest a point against him. But nice headshot from Alarm there, and some more sprays I think from Eggsy. But that was obviously Philly's plan, right? To force point, and then Soon has to go contest, and then they kill Soon. So So it is a smart plan. Now, while Soon's contesting, they want to push in with the soldier heal field on the stack. Again, they push in, they put that heal field down, and then they get the AoE break healing. That Ivy just like out heals everything. Kind of crazy. Oh, and FD God dies. Let's see how that happens. Because I don't think this should happen, right? Like Soon is dead right now, so nobody gets to contest Carpe. Carpe gets to set up the perfect flank. Fine. Carpe's on high ground. Goes to contest point again. Eggsy, FD God, and Hip are kind of split. Eggsy's contesting. Soon dies here. Yeah. FD God is like really far up here. Think FD God needs to be back here because he gets dived very easily as a break too, right? Like 200 HP shield is very bad, very low. He tries to get his Inspire passive up, obviously, but I don't know. He gets bubble on. He's discorded probably. He's not even discorded. Poco comes in.
Routing tower to forward barrier.
What's his shield health at? 88. So it was pretty low. And the bubble does a lot, right? And he wasn't in the soldier heal range. Like Ivy Eggsy tried to put down the heal for him, but he like didn't walk back into it. Oh. Sansado. Eggsy comes and puts down heal field. Eggsy's also very low. Eggsy's getting soloed out by Carpe right now. They're just not stacked to start with. And FP God dies. I mean, that basically means fight's over. Like, they even kill Sato, but at the end of the day, Soon's already dead. So if Carpe is contested by Soon there, that doesn't happen, right? Anyway, good take here by Philly. Seem to have a plan there to send Carpe to force point. Just gonna bait Soon. And then set up that dive. It was very nice. And now, they have again a good snowball of ult, right? They have ult advantage here over Eternal. It's not massive, but they have the rally really close. Big deal in my. What do you think is strongest comp from last week? I think the Soldier Tracer or the Sombra Tracer. I think the Sombra Tracer is honestly the best comp because it's most versatile. And I think ATL's comp kind of just gets countered by more spam. Like, they were very anti-dive, right? They had the Mei, the Hanzo, the Orisa, the Diva, and the Brig and the Ana. But if the enemy team just goes like Zen Bap and then the Sigma or just the Sigma, they kill your Orisa shield very quickly. I think the dive comp is the most versatile because it can actually win against basically every comp if you play it perfectly. But again, I haven't seen all the Alscrims. I just think the dive comp is very strong if you're really practiced on it. But obviously this team didn't have that much practice time. So maybe with like how much practice time the teams got, the Atlanta comp is very strong. But I think NYXL played their dive like really well. So I would have loved to see like NYXL against Atlanta, right? With that matchup. Can't really say which one's the strongest. I think dive comp's really strong though. Especially with a good Sombra player. Like a good Sombra Tracer. I think teams had too little time to like perfectly crack on that. But I can tell you that definitely wasn't Boston's comp. That was the best comp. Okay. Philly walk in and they have all these ults and they're popping them, but Carpe dies before the fight even starts. Carpe dies here. This is big, right? Carpe's forcing point. He gets shot. He gets shot some more. Goes LOS, right? Then he walks back on point. Trying to C9. Gets shot some more. And he doesn't recall. That was really greedy from Carpe. Wait, if he doesn't die there, and they get this high ground, Philly just win outright. Carpe dying here is like a massive area on their part. Because they even kill Eggsy here. Drop to kill Carpe, but still. I guess he dropped to contest the point against Carpe, but Carpe just dies. So. FD God comes in with the rally. Sato even uses. Look at how good Philly's doing here. Imagine if Carpe was alive or like flanking this right now, getting a pulse bomb. Yikes.
Pass into the iris.
Treg
Into the
because soon gets a pulse bomb on them. And still, Philly's doing really, really well. Traded. A lot of ults there.
my sights.
And if Carpe was alive. Sights comes out for Eggsy. Soon dies. And now Carpe's probably back, right? Yeah, Carpe's already back. Oh no, Eternal. Okay, so what happens next? So they only need one tick. No smite jump, jumps high ground without ult. It dies to pulse bomb, so really good pulse bomb from Carpe. Oh shit.
Into the
Really good pulse bomb from Carpe.
Damn.
How do they lose this? This is looking great for Philly. They still have a lot of ults. They still have Diva Bomb. No smites chunk. It's hard to heal up tanks, right? As I've been saying.
Nerf this.
Oddman comes in with a bomb. Nobody better die to this. Split. Alarm kind of gets split here. I'm not sure why Alarm's no longer on the high ground, but I don't like that. I think this free stack should always be the getter. Why did Alarm drop?
Time to raise my APM.
I don't know. I feel like he just wants to like finish off kills, but I feel like he should just stay up high ground. This has great LOS on the point. And then he's still with Ivy, right? But okay. Drops, goes aggro. Now everybody drops, so they do a good job of all dropping now. Right? You don't want to leave your Zen alone. They're stacked. They're getting ticks, or they're getting time on the point right now. They still have Diva Bomb.
Come on.
Dune comes in. Still no Diva Bomb. Ivy's getting checked right now. Heal field. But I guess Alarm just dies here. Dude, I feel like if Philly just stayed up top there, they win this fight. Like, if they stay up here, somebody just checks this room, like Funny Astro checks it. They can just orb whatever comes on point. They can help Sato a lot better. And Poco doesn't like have to like sit on them, and he can actually use Diva Bomb. Oh, I think that's very bad. Now, Alarm dies. Hip gets high ground too. Hip dies, but I mean Alarm's dead, so he left damage. I think if Philly stayed on that high ground there, Alarm doesn't die. And they still get a bunch of kills too. The Astro eventually dies to ulting no smite, right? It's just not enough damage about the Zen. They get really close to capping too. Like if you keep the Zen alive there and anybody else dies, oh, you still win it. Oh, they dropped from high ground. High ground's so good. No Smite had a good ult too. But now, Funny Astro has a rally. And Eternal does it. You know what's pretty stupid? If your Brig has full stacks of rally armor, which happens after like 4 or 5 seconds, Tracer Pulse Bomb doesn't actually insta-kill the Brig anymore. Because Tracer Pulse Bomb does 350 damage, and Brig will have 350 HP, but the armor will actually like block some of the sticky damage. Stays alive. Oh, but it does kill a soldier. It's a really big pick, right? Because Billy was coming in with good ults. Yeah, this happens. Dude. Oh, he just dashes in and sticks him. Okay. I guess he saw that Poco's Matrix was down. I mean, you're 5v5 here, but the defending team is way quicker spawns. Carpe misses the sticky here. And they still engage, which I don't really like. Like, I feel like you gotta have the good push as the attacking team. And like, Soldier being dead, Soldier's not the end of the world being dead, right? But still, he brings a lot to the table. A lot of damage. Now Sato dies while walking in while they're rallying. Now they're 2 down, right? I think Paris should get 2 Korean support after Sparker is old enough. No, they have 12 players. They can't get 2 Korean supports. I think FD God's really good. But yeah, they have 12 players under contract. That is impossible. Impossible.
Damn it.
Oh no, they have 11 maybe. But still. They have 4 support signs right now. But I don't think they want to sign 6 supports. No, they have 12 men. Okay. They have Soon, Eggsy, Sparkle. Soon, Eggsy, Sparkle, Nico. Soon, Eggsy, Sparkle, Nico. Ben Best, No Smite. Onmin, Smex. Hip, Gray. FD God. Cruz. So they do have 12 players. They could have picked up all of EM. Yeah, I mean, that would cost a lot of money, and they still had their French players, so. Also, a lot of the Eternal coaching staff speaks both Korean and English. So that's a really big deal, right? Like, they can communicate with both players very easily. You have 9K's bilingual. Not bilingual, but he speaks both English and Korean. They have a Vala, who can translate on the fly, right? He's bilingual. And then you have Rush, who speaks pretty good English.
Pass into the iris.
What's happening right? I'm lost. Are you guys? I'm lost. Okay. Push in. No Spike comes down, puts that shield really early. So this shield gets bursted pretty quickly, right? Because you see all of the damage from fusions here. That's fine. Now there's no bubble on either side. Poco flies in. He has bombs, so he can be really aggro. Could use it last second, I guess.
Into the
He's gonna
iris.
use it in this doorway. Hip trench.
You in my sight.
Because I guess he was very low. Look at his HP. He goes half HP and he's Discord.
Got you in my sight.
Makes some sense. His tanks were getting pretty low too.
Pass into the iris.
Poco bombs in the doorway, as we said. Pretty awkward spot though. FD God can stun him out of remaking. FD God does a nice job of basically killing Poco. He dies, the visor comes out, FD God rallies too. Eternal kind of like use a shit ton of ults here. They use 4 ults, but this is really good for Philly. I think they could have won that with less ults. Just use the Trank and maybe not the rally. That rally seemed very late and wow. They're already tranking.
Into the iris.
Stuns Poco out of Reinhardt. Good. And I guess he rallies to stay alive. They hadn't killed anyone yet. So it makes sense to. And yet, that's rough. Because now, Fusion coming. If Funny actually could farm his rally, they come in with 4 ults, while Eternal only have the Diva Bomb and the Pulse Bomb. They have to get a kill with Pulse Bomb here, or they just lose this next fight, like they do. So. Oh, that's rough that they use 4 ults that fight. They would have just used Trank, or just used Trank. That would have been like an insane fight. Or like just use Trank and Winston. Or just use Trank and Solo. So they go aggressive with the Diva Bomb. Shadow still has bubble though. Shadow just bubbles it. Nice bubble. This is like a good Diva Bomb location. The enemy team Winston has bubble. They like obviously get a kill with it.
I've got you in my sights.
It gets split up really hard. Wow. Still free up top here. The Winston's all the way over here going for backline, but he has ult. Arpe's down bottom. Ivy pops his ult. The Diva gets D-Mac. They're really big people. And then they only need 1 tick. Kill hit. There. So again, because Fusion banked up so many ults, they just get to win that fight, right? Eternal try to go really aggro with Diva Bomb, but it doesn't work out for them. So they just get pushed back. And I think they really kept Soon under control that map. Like I didn't see Soon do too much that map. I think Fusion did a really good job at that. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Again, gotta go toilet real quick. And then we do map 5.